challenge hosted by the Mongolian Society of Financial Analysts. My name is Tufshin. I'll be the MC for today's event. So now I would like to invite Mr. Barsakhan, President of Mongolian Society of Financial Analysts, to this stage for opening speech.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's event. Today we are hosting the first ever research challenge, local level research challenge in Mongolia, and we are very proud to do that. Just for those of you who do not know about the research challenge, let me give you a brief on research challenge. Research challenge is a global competition organized by the CFA Institute. It is participated by more than 4,000 students from about 900 universities from around the world, from 99 local level challenges are held, and from 70 countries. And we are very happy to be one of the 99 local challenges, and also one of the Mongolia has become one of the 70 countries. Research challenge, the purpose of research challenge, as I understand, is to test students' analytical valuation and also report writing and presentation skills. Here in Mongolia, our students have already submitted their written reports, and today is the final stage of the local level research challenge. And we will conclude the local level challenge today.
Thank you, Mr. Barsakhan, for the remark. Now, I would like to invite Mr. Thomas. As Mr. Barsakhan introduced, he's a director of Government and Regulatory Relation of CFA Institute. Welcome to this stage.
Hi, everyone. I have an official speech to give, but I guess it's too boring to do that, so we'll do something fun today. I'm quite happy to be in this country again, and I'm happy to see this happening. I remember when I first came to your country 2 years ago, just to try to help to see what we can do to help your country to grow, your financial market. I can't envision this to happen in 2 years' time, I'll be honest. I cannot imagine this is happening so fast, that we are hosting the first local challenge in Mongolia. So first of all, a big thank you to all the volunteers, to all the local CFA communities who really put the effort together and make this happen in 2 years. I think this is quite a remarkable achievement for you guys to celebrate. This challenge represents actually a small step for Mongolia to develop your local market, but it is also an important step for everyone to end up joining our global CFA community in the future. The format, if you look at the history of this challenge, it started around 10 years ago. We started this global challenges format, and since then we have been pushing really hard into different countries.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas, and thank you, Mr. Flores, for coming from far from Hong Kong, being a part of this event. Thank you. First team, Team Meraki, University of Finance and Economics.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are the Meraki team representing University of Finance and Economics. My name is Ilham Shahar, And these are my colleagues, Smoothfinger, Namunder, and Bashinder. Thank you for attending my presentation on the investment analysis on APU Joint Stock Company. Now, APU, or APU as we call it, is a Mongolian soft drink, dairy product, beer and vodka producer that was founded in 1924. It's placed at number 6 in top 100.
Apple delivers products in 4 markets: vodka, beer, soft drinks, and dairy product markets. Apple has acquired 50% of the vodka market and implements maintenance strategy, but its market share slightly decreased in past 3 years. Apple holds 62% of the domestic beer market, which will likely increase due to its strategy of growth and recent investment.
In 2013 and 2014, the Apple made major investments in delivery factory, dairy plant, and logistics centers that would allow the company to grow further and acquire more of the beer and dairy market. The biggest competitor in beer market is ACS Asia Pacific globally, with lower capacity and lower market acquisition. As for the dairy market, Su Joint Stock Company's biggest competitor with higher market
To
acquisition.
work your Apple, we use the discounted cash flow model and multiple valuation method. In the DCF model, we use free cash flow to peer. In multiple valuation, we use price and EV multiples. In DCF, in order to calculate weighted average cost of capital, we utilize the capital asset pricing model and given down interest rates on long-term debts.
Confident of this, we issue a whole recommendation on Apple's stock. We are now ready for your questions.
Good afternoon, everyone. Let me start by telling you a bit about our team. We are students of the University of the Humanities, and my name is Hlausung Brujo and Institution Zaspa. And
to explain second reason, let us come to financial analysis. We have forecasted financial statements in 2000. So next main section is risk analysis, and this page shows our company's main revenue come from alcohol beverages. In other words, the revenues 87% of alcohol beverages. To summarize, we describe our company's advantages and concerns. And concerns are concentration risk, currency fluctuations, political instability, economic decline, and decreasing our customer choice trends. And finally, our recommendation is sell. So thank you. That's all.
Thank you to the AAA plus team, University of Humanities. Now our next team is Titans of Finance, University of Finance and Economics.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. From the University of Finance and Economics, we present our whole recommendation with 12-month target price of 425.7 MFE on a whole. Our presentation starts with the basis of model choices, continues with the demonstration of growth rate estimations, and summarizes the evaluation, and now focus uses different rates of sales growth for the each segment of Apple, based on the market outlook and the management strategy. So among the 4 business lines of Apple, the vodka sector is the highest revenue proposal with a rate of 46%. Generally, for the alcoholic beverage industry.
Finally, let's go over to the dairy and soft drink segment, which composes the remaining 13% of Apple's revenue. Management strategy on the dairy segment is aggressive because during the last few years, the consumption of commercially produced dairy products has been increasing 15% annually, indicating a shift of consumer preference from raw milk to high-quality products.
In addition to the free cash flow to fair valuation, we employ a relative valuation method Here we use three methods: cross-sectional EV to EBITDA, historical price to earnings, and historical EV to EBITDA. The multipliers derived different from each other. Then we chosen the historical price to earnings multiplier.
The robustness of our valuation was tested using three methods. First, we estimated the implied growth rate of free cash flow to firm from the market and concluded that the market outlook was consistent with our growth assumptions. Then, a sensitivity analysis was employed to see which change in which key variable had the highest impact on our valuation. We issue a hold recommendation with positive long-term outlook. Thank you for your attention.
We are ready for our next presentation. So, Team Seekers, National University of Mongolia. Welcome to the stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. From Seekers team of National University of Mongolia, we represent sales recommendation for Apple per share. Our sales recommendation is mainly caused by market saturation, current valuation of Apple per share, and decreasing financial position of Apple, and
industrial correlation between GDP per capita and vodka consumption per capita was low. Currently, even though GDP per capita is increasing, vodka consumption per capita is decreasing. Vodka price and household monthly income shows strong relationship. So, vodka price tends to increase because household monthly income increased annually.
Market saturation. We estimated growth of Mongolian population in next 10 years, applying this prediction based on historical data. The growth of total population is 1.8%, but the growth of people over 20 age who are active consumers of alcoholic beverages is only 0.52%.
Debt pressure and financial analysts. The company has a huge amount of long-term debt in dollars, but exchange rate between US dollars and Mongolian turks has been increasing since 2012 and also forecasted to be increased in the next 5 years. Because of the company's long-term debt payment, the company's cash flow was negative in 3 out of last 4 years. So, 4 years, and based on our financial model, next 5 years.
investment risk. We realize risks of Apple by their likelihood and impact in this risk matrix and forecasted possible loss and suggested mitigations of highlighted risks. Result of forecasted company's revenue will be doubled in next 10 years according to our model. And in addition, we predicted company lost 29 billion to risks. In summary, we predicted 12-month target price will be 352, and we do support sell recommendation based on alternative investment, debt pressure, market saturation, low stock performance, and current overvaluation. Thank you for your attention.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It is a pleasure to present our equity research on Apple, the leading beverage company in Mongolia. Starting from the highlight, we issue buy recommendation with a target price of 490 MNT, representing 32% upside potential. Let's have a look at the reasons behind this buy recommendation. First, the company is the market.
Thank you. Now let's take a look at the recent 5-year production of each subsectors which have been engaged. The vodka production in Mongolia has been continuously declining with negative 4.6% CAGR in the recent 5 years. And this is because the change in consumer behavior and tendency to reduce vodka consumption according to our survey with 300 respondents. But the beer market is still growing with 7% CAGR. And more than half of the population is aged between 50
Thank you. According to our research, Germany is planning to see growth to 9% annual growth until 2020 as a result of subsector growth. This subsector growth is driven by these 5 factors: real GDP, inflation rate, consumer consumption, market share, and population growth. Inflation rate and market share are highly influenced the growth of revenue. Inflation rate is anticipated around 6% in following years. Apple company increases its beer and dairy market share by 7% in first half of 2016. We also predict substantial increase.
Thank you, Ulzi. To evaluate APO company, we consider 2 valuation methods: relative multiples valuation and the
discount cash flow valuation with the terminal multiple. Before we present our main assumptions and approaches of our valuation, it should be noted that there is no direct public comparison of the APU company because of its large market capitalization, and it has the leading competitive position in Mongolia, and most importantly, it has the broadest product mix that no other local company has.
Thank you. We have developed a matrix to better understand the portrait of the risks Apple faces. Furthermore, we have distributed the key risk factors across the following categories: operational, market, regulatory, macroeconomic, and environmental. As you can see, 8 of 11 risks are in low and medium probability, which indicates that Apple company has a limited risk exposure. Correlation of 0.92 and 0.82 between beer production, dairy production, and real GDP. In summary, based on APU company's financial excellence, significant growth potential, and limited risk exposure, ladies and gentlemen, we issue a buy recommendation on the shares of Apple. Thank you for your attention. We are ready to your questions.
Now our last team is the Junior Meets Mongolian University of Science and Technology.
We represent the Mongolian University of Science and Technology. My name is Hanchur, and here are my teammates, Hanwachur, Nyambayr, Zaltbar, and Dolamtur. And it is an honor to be presenting for the CFA Research Challenge. After analyzing the company's historical financial data, listening on conference calls, and talking to customers, competitors, and managers of the company, we have decided to give
the production of beer with the high alcoholic concentration has been diminishing for the last few years to 20%. On the other hand, beer production has seen a 10% increase since last year and now takes up 71% of total production. The alcoholic industry has a high barrier to entry due to the product nature and is strictly monitored by the government.
Okay. As of 2016, along with more than 50% in alcoholic market and over 20% in dairy market. And due to the brand recognition and product quality, the replacement risk is relatively low, but the promising milk market.
The assumption that the company will make dividends to shareholder in the next 5 years is in line with the company's strategy and management policy. Apple has raised $84,000 from EBRD and Crypto Suisse and has invested in 3 major projects. First one is full optimization.
For valuation, we have used the DCF model and relative multiples valuation. We chose the DCF model is mainly because the company is not planning to make any changes to capital structure under 2019. So we have given 70% weight to the DCF model and 30% weight to the relative multiples valuation.
Apple currently faces 2 major risks, which are currency and liquidity risk. As you can see from the graph, dollar rates have been steadily rising since 2012, and the peaking price right now is almost twice as much as Apple had. As for the conclusion, judging from the company's financial flexibility and stability, leading position in the markets, and risk aversion, we give a buy recommendation for the company's stock.
Okay, thank you to the Junior Meets team. Here I would like to mention that each team has worked extraordinarily hard to get to this point, with each student spending hundreds of hours researching the subject company, its competitors, and the industry. They have each produced an impressive research report on the subject company, and they have just all finished presented to the panel of judges that their investment disease and their condition is the best. So let's all congratulate to 6 teams and applaud them.
Okay. First, thank you all so much for coming. This has been a lot of fun, for the judges at least. I don't know, maybe some of the research teams didn't have so much fun when we were asking questions of you. But the performance of all of the teams was very impressive. And I'm greatly encouraged as somebody who works in the finance industry here to see so many bright young people coming out, which is
Yes, I would say all the presentations were very well prepared, and the depth of the analysis were good. And I was quite impressed that most of the teams use the Monte Carlo simulation, and I'm glad that you are mastering on those very advanced methods.
So, I think first of all, I think you guys deserve a round of applause for yourself for doing this, because it's actually not easy. I tell you in the beginning, it's not easy for you to come to the stage. First time in your life probably speaking English, right? So I guess you guys deserve a round of applause for yourself. To talk about the presentation, I think what I want to talk about is how Mongolian students compare to the other country students, because that's also a learning process for everyone here to hear. I have been to other countries, being judged for other countries' competitions, been visiting other cities. I've seen other students presenting. I can tell you one thing: you guys are absolutely on par with other countries. So if you think you are not doing well, don't get me wrong, you guys are doing very well compared to other students. So that's something you should remember, from today. Now, of course, there are goods and bads in presentations.
Thank you very much, judges, for your great remark and helpful comments. Now we would like to invite Ms. Ichenhorla, Senior Finance Manager of APU Joint Stock Company, for a speech and to announce third place.
Тэгээ CFA Institute Research Challenge Монгол анхудаа зохион байгуулаад энэхүү тэмцээний савч компаниар APU компани сонгогдсон бол бид бүгдийн зүгээс талархлаа илэрхийлье. Тэгээд гуравдугаар болохоор Seekers National University of Mongolia.
We would like to invite Ms. Florence Wong, University Relation Manager of CFA Institute, to announce second place.
So the second place goes to the University of Finance and Economics.
To announce the champion of this year's Research Challenge, local level final.
The winner of the first Research Challenge in Mongolia is the NUM Capitals, National University of Mongolia.